Okay, I want to make it clear that this engine is in process. It was a idea a couple of weeks ago. I didn't even have this engine. Doug brought it up, and he says, "Here, you can have this and play with it and have fun." And yeah, okay, I can do that, but I have other projects. But then I was talking to friends back home, and I had an idea a long time ago about a midnight special for my home in Illinois, because my father would talk to me about taking the train to the Cubs game, and if it was a night game, he came back on the midnight special, and that was a steam engine, and he thought that was pretty exciting. And so I have that idea that I can do this. So this engine very well may end up in central Illinois, in the farm town I grew up, and in the museum that would share this engine with everybody. But it's a long ways off, maybe 6 months off. So it'll be a fall kind of a delivery. But in the meantime, I need to kind of figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. So I gathered up parts that I had, kind of, and if I didn't have a part, I designed one and made it, like the gear and the smoke piston and some other stuff that I'm going to have to make. And I borrowed this ash pan so I could hook up the tender, and I borrowed these parts from another tender. And this chassis is actually a little different than the real chassis, but it's very similar. It's the same, all the components are the same, and these parts were already on it, so I thought, it's okay, it's identical, right? The pickup is going to be different because that one only had 2 wires. This one's going to have 4. But also, the engine it's a nice engine, but it's really, it doesn't have any railings or here. So we want railings. And it doesn't have any taillights, and I have some taillights here. So I'm going to put some taillights on it so it has red lights, and I have an extra. I might put a white light in the middle so that when it's going in reverse, it has a backup light. I thought that would be kind of cool, right? So I might do that. There's no firebox. Oh, there is a firebox. I test fitted it. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got a firebox. Okay, so we're going to work with that firebox, and I'm going to put flicker fire and maybe a cab light, and I'll try to find an engineer. I have 2 skinny engineers painted, and I cannot find them. And the poor lady painted them, paid her, but I cannot do that again. I got to find them. Anyway, I'm on this side mission, okay, to do this, but I'm thinking now I'm going to need some track. I don't have enough track. All the track I have is either destroyed or used. So, or it's really bad. So I'm going to need some curved track. If anybody has just a couple of pieces, I need to make a simple circle of the tight track. That's all I want. And if I only have 2 or 3 pieces, and I actually use it for testing, so I can't really take it out. I'll go through my boxes, but I think I'm short on circle track. I'm going to have to find out. And I'm looking also for some cars that are really bad shape so that they could be painted or decorated in some way, because this has to be a town train, not a real live American Flyer from AC Gilbert. It has to represent the town, okay? I'm going to change that name. I'm probably going to leave the 5-digit on it just because it's so neat, but I'll put something else somewhere. And I do have some Illinois Central stuff, but I can't use that. I have to use some other stuff, and it's real long, and I don't know if it'll even run on that short track, so that may be a mistake. But I'm going to work on it. I'm going to come up with some car names and types of cars that I need. I need a standard oil tanker car. I know that. I need an IGA grocery store box car with the freezer compartments for bringing fruit and stuff up from New Orleans. So I need the IGA emblem and all that. I think I'm going to get somebody to help with that. And we'll work on it, okay? and so I'm gonna have cars that are pertinent to the city, and then we're gonna put it together. I'm gonna put a soundboard in it, not in the train, but in the layout. I did that for the Greek guys, and it worked out beautifully. So you can have buttons. You push a button, and you hear something. It's pretty cool. Any rate, we'll see what else I can come up with. But I know it's a project. It's on the side. Nobody is going to give a hoot about this project but me and about 12 other people. But I think it's fun, and we'll share. And I'll talk to the train like I do, only you're going to see some of the dialogue because it's, for me, it's fun. When he tells me that I asked him where he got his gear, and he said the 3D printer made it for him. And I'm like, the two machines are helping each other. And they are. It just happens to be how the lab works, right? So anyway, I will send this out as a crazy thing, and you guys can laugh at me. I don't care. I'm going to have fun doing it. All right, I got to run. It's way past my end of lab day. Okay, bye.